All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around...
Ça fait ce forgeron qui a une putain de diva capricieuse.
I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then.
Et le titre de la mission me fait toujours rire parce qu'on a eu quand même le forgeron ne fait pas de compromis, le forgeron ne fait toujours pas de compromis.
She can't kick this up much. Glory to Griga.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. Will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes.
Et après ça nous engueule nous parce qu'on va pas se reposer.
To Taya to do any...
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Des gens qui te font la morale quand ils font exactement la même chose.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with it. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Yoo-hoo!
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen?
T'inquiète pas, cocotte. Tout le monde est mort sauf les protagonistes.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Hello.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again.
Haha.
Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said...
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back, that ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravost, my old village. He won't have left.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Et c'est parti. Bon. Hop là. Oh, le scénario. Oh putain.
He's a surly soaker.
Ah, c'est vrai que là, wouh, le coup de l'armure et de l'épée, je veux bien, mais les anneaux quand même. Dude.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yacht?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Ouais, pour une fois, en effet. C'est pas souvent, mais ça vaut le coup d'être notié. Bon, où est-ce qu'il est du coup celui-là? Je pense avoir une idée d'où il est, parce qu'il y a une zone dans Rosalia qui est remplie de flotte, qui est complètement une arène de combat, et j'ai jamais affronté de monstre dedans. Le Morbol il s'appelle Charlotte. Pas mal.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Bon. Techniquement, je me dis qu'après, on est censé, grâce au scénario, nous rendre sur l'autre moitié du continent. Donc je pense qu'il y aura plus vraiment de quêtes annexes après tout ça. Donc ça vaut le coup de s'y pencher, ça devrait être bientôt les dernières. Si ce n'est même pas déjà les dernières, justement. Allez. Ah. Charlotte. Fange des murmures, exactement là où je pense. Ok, bon, on va essayer de tomber les 2 élites pendant l'émission parce que justement, faut qu'on aille aussi dans les landes de Kolava. Donc, on va aller... Non, pas la falaise, pas le chantier naval, dans les jonchères. Ça dépend du nombre de broches sur l'autre continent. Ah, s'il y a des broches, je deviens fou. Fange des murmures, exactement. Ah, le loot qui a disparu. Charlotte. Ah, j'adore ces couleurs.
Couldn't have been just any marble, could it? Right then.
Allez, Drac. On se met dedans. Allez. C'est parti! Ah, j'ai perdu les réflexes du morbol, hein. On affronte tellement peu. Ah merde, je voulais faire un truc et ça s'est très mal passé. Allez, c'est parti. Bien sûr, il s'est TP, forcément. Hey, j'ai appuyé sur rond. Alors, je veux bien. Je fais un truc difficile qui est de faire des contres parfaits, mais quand même. Rentre au moins l'input parce que j'appuie. S'il te plaît.
Help me, boy. Too slow.
À part le tout premier, non, en effet, jamais.
Thanks, boy.
Allez, rapproche-toi par là. Oui, par contre, là j'ai appuyé. Par contre, ça c'est un peu chiant. Je suis clairement à la limite du truc. Donc, je suis censé pouvoir le stun, mais il y a cette espèce d'invulnérabilité temporaire sur certaines attaques et c'est chiant. Je veux bien, je suis pas bon, mais en plus de ça, cette invulnérabilité commence à être chiante parce qu'elle est de plus en plus présente sur certains mobs. Et c'est désagréable.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Oui, non mais là, Sima, je parle de l'invulnérabilité de stun. Quand tu arrives à la moitié de la barre de stun, normalement tu as un premier état de semi-choc qui te permet notamment de contrer une grosse attaque. Et là, clairement, je l'ai lancé plus d'une fois, notamment quand il était en l'air, sauf que ça prenait pas de la part du jeu. Et c'est surtout ça qui m'embête. Et ça y est, de plus en plus sur certains mobs. Pour des grosses attaques un peu spéciales, il y a cette espèce d'invulnérabilité qui fait que tu ne déclenches pas le stun.
How do? Much obliged. Thanks very much. There you go.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just isn't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, Where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Allez, un campement pour les guerriers. Pourquoi
All
pas?
right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool.
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat. And then there are the bearers. We need somewhere to settle them. And I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I, which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And...
Par contre, il y a un truc que je n'arrive pas à m'enlever depuis le début du jeu, que je vois cette tenue. C'est que je pense beaucoup trop à Gaël de Dark Souls.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even if...
Ose me dire tu y as pas pensé une seule fois, Sima.
Ready, girl?
La tenue marronasse avec le foulard rouge. Merci.
Straight home now.
Non, non, c'est ça que tu devais viser. Voilà. Et maintenant il y a des bonbons dans la nature. Allez, let's go. Cette région qui fait plus aucun sens. Pouc. Caillou dans la bouche là. Ouais. Bon allez, on massacre tout le monde, et comme ça, on n'en parle plus. Et on récupère ce village une bonne fois pour toutes. Bonjour.
You think you can just walk in here, kill him?
Bien sûr.
Or face the consequences.
Stay down! Titan!
Voilà. Les magos, c'est géré.
That's the end of that then.
Ah,
Or maybe not.
ça c'était pas prévu au programme.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
J'entendais pas ce qui est de différentes magies en même temps. Bien sûr.
Voilà.
Any more surprises?
Ah, les morbols ça passe pas, mais alors les flancs ça passe hein, par contre. Hein. Ça revient.
There's a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Allez, réhabilitez-moi ce village.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send us Solas.
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool is in safe hands.
Parfait. Ça, whoop, cette quête, c'est fait.
Ah, there you are. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while... What's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it, and...
I suppose it will be.
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Voilà, comme ça vous permet de vous associer, les gardes pourront tourner, vous protéger, vous pourrez fournir des ressources. Non mais, bon échange. Hein. Non, level up. Le level 40, oui. Allez, la nef pour le deuxième chapitre du marchand là. Ça va être intéressant. Et accessoirement pour ceux qui se posent la question de où est le dragon, il est là. Voilà. Darog il est planqué ici. Donc faut passer par la dragonnière ou par l'échappée éclairée. Ou directement depuis le fort. C'est pratique aussi. Et il est tout au bout de ce chemin.
Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safe.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Elles sont vraiment intéressantes ces quêtes fractionnées là qu'on a commencé à débloquer. Des vrais petits sous-scénars assez importants, donc c'est plutôt cool. Nous on va plutôt commencer par l'autre partie de la quête que je dois faire.
Come, my children.
I know you're all afraid, but now is not the time.
Bah, c'est surtout que j'aime bien parce que ça va dans ce qu'on discutait en off, Sima, à savoir que certes... Oh non. Putain, mais quand est-ce que vous nommez le chevaux? J'allais dire, c'est ce qu'on parlait en off, à savoir que certes, pendant qu'on fait la mission principale, on avait l'impression que ces gens c'était juste les amis de Sid, mais ils ont vraiment un truc à côté. Ça, c'est intéressant. Justement, c'est ce qu'on est en train de développer maintenant. Arrêtez bien de peut-être le développer plus tôt, mais c'est quand même bien que ce soit dedans.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Stay down!
Ouais, parfait. Oh, l'œil.
Hopefully one will be enough.
Voilà. Ça, du coup, on peut repartir d'ici. Ouais, c'est un peu plus proche. Ça revient au même, mais sinon c'est la même chose. Oh! C'est très con, mais vu qu'on est pas repassé ici et qu'on a changé un peu d'époque, les vignes aussi ont évolué. C'est très con, mais comme on est pas repassé, on l'a pas vu. Le pinard!
Everyone, Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quentin. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Un petit Behemoth. C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas encore vu de Behemoth dans le jeu. Ah, c'est parce que je pensais que ça allait être dans le domaine. Eh. Je me demande s'il y en aura un au moins. Et s'il y en a, je suis curieux de voir à quoi ils ressemblent les behemoths de ce jeu. Est-ce qu'on est dans le design basique ou est-ce qu'ils ont fait un petit truc Oh le curl. La faune locale a quand même bien évolué depuis le début du jeu, ça fait plus aucun sens maintenant. Entre les raptors, les curls, les machines, les dragons et toutes ces conneries.
Damn it. Don't tell me I'm too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
Oh, il est magnifique!
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
Joli. Book.
If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
it is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What? Lost wing. My lost wing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool.
T'es un peu con, mec.
Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. I'm hurt, Torgal. Nice try.
Il est où le dernier? Ok.
Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here. There be light!
Oh, c'est bon, tout le monde est mort.
I need to get back to Quentin.
Et merde.
Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't...
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that...
I look forward to it.
Voilà, ça c'était une petite quête sympa. Un petit ensemble de quêtes assez cool. Oh. Hop. Et du coup, ça veut dire que grâce à ça, nous pouvons normalement, parfait, nous rendre dans la 3e zone de quête. Dravos et Poclard. On va commencer par Poclard, puisque là il faut aller prendre la quête. Et bah c'est parti.